Hello everyone, welcome to our first Saluki Mania video of the year. We're getting ready for football season after the longest camp in history. SIU is finally going to play a game on Saturday against Mississippi Valley State. Kickoff is at 6 p.m. and the game is supposed to air on ESPN3. So we've had a chance to watch two prep football games, but SIU's first home game, their first game of the year. They don't have a lot of quarterback depth. What do you think their other questions are going into the year?
As always, the line play is always the key. Last year, I thought the team made the team had struggled with pass defense in the past 2 or 3 years, largely because of inexperience and just frankly not real good play in the defensive secondary. They really improved in those areas last year, although it didn't always show it statistically. But I don't think that the defensive backfield was to blame as much as just lack of pressure on the quarterback last year. So this year they're going to have to get more pressure from the front seven. If that happens, I think the defensive backs are there that can really do a good job defending against the pass. And then conversely, I know Nick Hill has said that the team has to be more balanced offensively this year. They have to be able to keep the defense off the field a little bit, which is certainly an issue when you run the spread. So they have to be able to move the chains on 3rd and 1 and be able to run the ball on 3rd and 2 and make first downs. And the line play will be critical. I like the people they have back in the offensive backfield. Daquan Isom is a real talent. I like Mixon showed flashes of brilliance last year. Cam Waters he's just one of those guys that 3 or 4 yards at a time. He's not going to break a lot of big runs, but he's solid. So I think the pieces are in place there. It's just a matter of executing.
And they're probably going to start three freshmen on the defensive line. The one sophomore has played as a true freshman last year, Malik Haynes. I like their tackles, but their defensive ends have made plays during training camp, which has been encouraging. But like you said, they have all their secondary back. All their linebackers are back basically except for Chase Allen, who congratulations to him. He's made the Dolphins roster, and probably I imagine will play on special teams and maybe a second or third guy at middle linebacker for them this Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, to me, the key to this team is just going to be able to pressure the quarterback. You just can't give a team good quarterbacks 4 to 5 seconds to throw back there. And I mean, a lot of times last year the Salukis would get late pressure, but it's just really hard for a corner or a safety to dog a wide receiver, a good wide receiver, for 4 or 5 seconds.
Yeah, and offensively, they're going to try to run the ball a little bit more. I think they have a deeper offensive line than they've had, even with a couple injuries that Nick Hill told us about yesterday. They've got all their running backs back. Isom as well off of that hamstring injury. He's pretty close to 100%. But the real question is can they play? Can they stay healthy for 11 weeks in a row? Can Sam Straub take this team to the playoffs for 11 games? He looked really good the last 3 games, but there's not a lot of pressure when the season is over. He was playing for a job, which is encouraging, and he played so well those last 3 games. But now he's got to do it for a whole year.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident that he's going to be fine. I mean, watching him play, he was decisive, he was accurate, he's a big guy. Now, as you said, quarterback depth is a concern because they don't have a lot. Staying healthy is going to be an issue. But I really that's not one of the areas that I'm personally concerned about. I think he's going to be fine. And he's got some weapons at his disposal. And we forgot to mention DJ Davis earlier, who's also a real threat anytime he touches the football. And they've got good receivers back, solid receivers. I think they've got a deep threat. I think the pieces are in place. Again, football ultimately comes down to the basics of how the line plays. And if they get good line play, I think this is going to be an okay football team. I think they're definitely undervalued in the Valley preseason poll at 8, coming in number 8. I think they're going to be better than that, but next 11 weeks will show us that.
Yeah, we may not learn a ton about the team on Saturday. Now that you never know what's going to happen because it's SIU's first game. But the Delta Devils have really struggled. They're coming off back-to-back 1-10 seasons. They were really blown out as we kind of thought they would be at North Dakota State, but you're playing the second best team in the FCS, maybe the best team in the country at this level on the road. SIU has been up 20-0 at the Fargo Dome and lost, so that's not an easy place to play. But what you could tell is their quarterbacks are inexperienced. They have a JUCO quarterback named Jeff Even that started. He played at a California JUCO last year. It was a backup last year. Actually played more as a freshman, but the backup they brought in, they have a freshman lefty that can run it, and we'll see a little bit of dual run pass option for them. But they're very young on the line as well. A bunch of freshmen, not very many upperclassmen on their offensive line either, and they're expecting to get blown out again. So if SIU only wins by 30, are we going to be concerned after they lost 72-7 to the Bison?
No, I don't think it's difficult to compare scores like that. But you would hope that the coaches up in the press box aren't biting their nails in the fourth quarter. So this is a game that on paper the Salukis should win handily, but games aren't played on paper. But it would be a comfortable margin should be expected, I think.
What you really want for SIU out of this game is you want a hefty lead at half, so you can get Straub out of there, get Tanner Hearn some reps, some live reps. He's still only completed a pass or two in his whole career. He's barely played. And then Matt DeSomers, their third quarterback, who's a part-time safety, you get him some reps, maybe get to see him throw the ball a little bit more. He did throw it pretty well in training camp, the limited reps that he had, because he's trying to learn how to be a safety after being a wide receiver last year. But I like him. I want to see him on the field on special teams. I want to see him on the field at safety even a couple times. But safety is one of their deepest positions. So I like their depth, but I want to see a big lead at the half so they can get their starters out and get their backups some reps on Saturday.
And just with some of these younger, like as you mentioned, the younger defensive linemen, to have them play without a lot of pressure, just going out there and experiencing some success is always a good thing for a younger player. And this is probably, let's hope this is a good opener for them.
Yeah, and then we'll learn, playing SEMO, we'll learn a lot more about the team, I would think. But we'll learn some, and then Saturday night, bring your jacket. It's going to be about a low of 50 in the 40s even. The game starts at 6 p.m. It'll be on ESPN3, and hope to see you there. Thanks for joining us.